Well, the Giants just scored. The game is out of reach anyway. The game is over. Um, Man, the Giants really lost a lot of firepower today. They lost Daniel Jones to a concussion. Man, he was running the football. He was trying to run it in for a score, and then we caught up to him, and he just it was pretty awkward. His helmet it went helmet to helmet, but it was initiated by him, and man, it was a pretty hard hit. And the dude was stumbling around like he was drunk. It was pretty gruesome to say the least. Hopefully he's all right. Saquon Barkley. Whew, did y'all see the size of his ankle? That was, that was grotesque. Oh man, that was pretty fucking bad. Really don't know what happened to Kenny Galladay, but he was out of there too. And then on top of that, the stellar rookie, man, Kadarius Toney, whatever his first name is, he had an amazing game today against us. He got ejected for throwing a punch at DeMonte Kazee. So they just were they simply didn't have the firepower. They just lacked a lot of pieces on the board. They lacked a lot of chess pieces today. What can I say? This was, we got the win. It was in pretty good fashion. Got over 30 points. Brothers, there's really not much I can say. I'm going to say this. Ezekiel Elliott is back. He is back. Second game in a row with 100 yards. He looked explosive. He looked fast. He looked strong. He looked powerful. He is fucking back. Splitting carries with Tony Pollard is doing him wonders. It's extending his career. And also, I think a lot of it is mental with Ezekiel Elliott. Last season, not having Dak Prescott there with him just really took a toll on him mentally. And I understand that's his brother in arms. They came into with this team together. They came to this team together, same draft. I mean, they're joined together like the hip. They're brothers. They're truly brothers. And when you lose one of your brothers, it could probably, it will take a toll on you mentally. And I think that had a lot to do with Ezekiel's decline last season. I mean, he's been in decline for a few years now, but nothing as drastic as last season. Last season was supposed to be his bounce back year. And the thing is, we talked about 2 years ago when he ran for 1,300 yards. That was a down year for Zeke. That's how great he's been, in his career, where 1,300 yards is a down year. But we were like, okay, Zeke is going to bounce back this next year, and then he doesn't even have 1,000 yards the following year. And I think a lot of that had to do with Dak's departure due to injury, due to that gruesome injury. And I think that had a lot to do with Ezekiel's decline. Because it's not just about the physical. It's about the mental. And his mental wasn't right. As soon as Dak went down, there was no coming back for Zeke that season. But having Dak with him here now, he's much more focused. He's more dedicated to his craft. You can tell he looks faster, slimmer, but he looks stronger and better. It just, everything is coming together for him. Ezekiel Elliott is a serious contender for comeback player of the year. I'm just being real. He's looking phenomenal. This is 2016 Zeke. This is 2018 Zeke. This is fucking phenomenal from Zeke. It's fucking phenomenal. And splitting carries with Tony Pollard, having Tony share some of the load. And Tony Pollard, of course, we all know about Tony Pollard. He's looking fucking phenomenal. And brothers, the reason why I'm talking about the running game so much is because it's the foundation. We return back to 2016 form where we're solely we live by the run and we're going to die by the run. And we only have to pass when necessary. And I'm telling you, the run game is fucking phenomenal. It is amazing. And it's the catalyst. The run game is going to propel us into the playoffs. Now, I'm not saying Super Bowl. I'm not getting ahead of myself. But I am saying this is going to propel us into the playoffs. And who knows what could happen then. If we keep this up with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, we're going places. Dak Prescott looked pretty good. Dak Prescott is 6'2". There's no reason why a lot of his passes should be batted. Like, he had a pick earlier where it was a batted pass, and then he could have had 2 interceptions, but the defensive lineman didn't have control. He didn't maintain control of the ball going to the ground. So it could have been 2 picks. Dak really has to be careful with that. He's 6'2". It's not like he's Kyler Murray size, like he's 5'10" with fucking like platform shoes. Dak Prescott is a legit 6'2". He should not have problems with batted balls. He should not be having his balls batted down to the ground. That's ridiculous. He has to work on that. And Tyler Biadasz really has to work on that shit. He's had a couple of missed just snaps today. He had a couple of misses today. The one to Dak Prescott when we were in the red zone driving. Even though Dak Prescott, he got his hands on it, he should have caught that, but it was still a bad snap by Tyler Biadasz. She's had a couple of those today. He's got to get that shit together. Now, when it comes to this defense, Trayvon Diggs got another interception today. Trayvon Diggs is fucking phenomenal. And we're just going to come to a point now where quarterbacks are not going to throw his way. We're going to have games from this point on where we're not even going to know if Trayvon Diggs is playing. You want to know why? Because we're not going to call his name. Nobody's going to call his name because the ball isn't going to be thrown his way. We're going to forget that he's out there because nobody's calling his name because no quarterback will dare throw his way. So we're going to reach that point soon, I'm sure. But there are still plenty of holes within this defense. The rookie, Kadarius something Tony, he completely killed us today before he got ejected. He killed us today. We really need to tighten some shit up. Now, when it comes, there's only so much tightening up you can do. At the end of the day, you need the talent. You need talent. And I still think, I know Trayvon Diggs is fucking phenomenal. He's my leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. That's all I'm saying. But we still have holes in the secondary. I could see, Patrick Mahomes ripping us apart. I could see even Derek Carr ripping us apart. When we start going against elite quarterbacks in the playoffs, they're going to rip us apart. We have to do something. Like Dan Quinn, you are the defensive guru. You're the defensive genius. I need you to come up with something. I need you to mask a lot of the deficiencies that we have. Now, granted, the NFL is a passing league. No matter how much talent you have, no matter what defensive schemes you put up, teams are going to find a way to get yards. I understand that. I understand that completely. You can't fire on all cylinders on defense all the time. I get it. I understand it. And Dan Quinn has been doing a phenomenal job. He's made me eat all of my words this season. But we have to figure something out to shore up the secondary. We have to. Because the rookie, Kadarius Toney, there's no excuse for him to have such a phenomenal monster game against us. No excuse for that. That is utterly ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And the thing is, if you watch the Dallas Cowboys defense closely, yeah, we make a lot of splash plays. Trayvon Diggs is fucking phenomenal. But we can be had. Oh, we can be had on defense. Patrick Mahomes if we play him later on this season, he can kill us. I could see Jameis Winston killing us later this season. We really have to, we're going to have to tighten this shit up, man, because this is still one of our weaknesses. Now, when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, the only real weakness on the offensive side of the ball is, I hate to call people out, but Tyler Biadasz is really the weak link on the offensive line. But I feel like these are things he can get better at. I honestly feel like he can get better. He just got to tighten up some things. But, man, on the offensive side of the ball, if you can't stop our run game, it's a wrap for you. It's over for you. I'm just being real. And the thing is, if you dare bring a safety in to help with the run, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup when he gets back, Cedric Wilson, don't forget Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz. We just have way too much firepower on offense. Way too much firepower. So if you do want to dedicate to stopping the run, how are you going to stop them fools? How are you going to stop them? So on the offensive side of the ball, I'm really not worried. I just want Dak to keep being solid, keep this run game flowing, and everything will work out on its own for offense. For defense, though, we can be had. We can be had. And one of my greatest fears is that if a team does dedicate to stopping the run, and we're forced to throw the ball, and Dak is having an off day, or our receivers are having an off day, this defense won't be able to hold up. It won't hold up because the running game isn't working. Nothing on the offensive side of the ball is working. So it all comes down to Trayvon Diggs coming out with a miraculous play, but we can't count on that. We can't count on turnovers every game. We can't count on big splash plays on defense every game. See, we're sitting up. See, we're in luxury right now. We're like, oh yeah, Trayvon Diggs will bail us out. Oh yeah, somebody in the linebacker core is gonna bail us out. Michael Parsons is gonna come up with a big forced fumble. He's gonna come up with a big sack. Like we're living in luxury right now. We can't see life without these big splash plays on defense. We can't. And the thing is, there's gonna come a game where we're not gonna get any of that. The offense isn't going to be firing on all cylinders. The run game will be stopped. There's going to be times where that happens. And what are we going to do? That could easily happen in the playoffs, because in the playoffs, everybody's good. Everybody's good. You're not going to go against the Giants every game. You're not going to go against the Eagles every game. You're not going to go against these teams that you should be beating every game. When you go into the playoffs, you're going to be going against Tom Brady. You're going to be going against Aaron Donald. You're going to be going against Aaron Rodgers. Like, the list just goes on and on. You could be going against a Kyler Murray, a Russell Wilson, perhaps. Like, it's just so much. The NFC is stacked. It is stacked. When I say stacked, it is stacked. So we have to figure out now, brothers, of course, rejoice in this W. We are 4-1. It is hard to get a W in this league, and when you can get it, you better fucking take it and enjoy it. Ask the Jaguars. Ask them. They know how hard it is. They're 0-5 right now. But, brothers, like I said, we need to be real. We can't blow smoke up our team's ass. We have to be real. Okay, we can be had. We can be had. And the thing is, knowing that you can be had it's a good thing. Knowing that you can be stopped in a way is a great thing, because you'll do everything in your power to avoid that. You'll do everything in your power to avoid being in that situation. So at least we know we can be had. We're not invincible. We're not invulnerable. We have plenty of vulnerabilities on defense, and we have to fix this immediately. That's all I'm saying. All right, brothers, enjoy this win. 4-1, baby. 4-1. All right, peace.